All right, everyone. Welcome to a very, very special video today. Today, we're going to be playing ourselves some vintage. If you're watching this on YouTube, Eternal Weekend is probably happening as we speak, as I'll be posting this tomorrow more than likely. But I'm commentating Eternal Weekend with Andreas Peterson. So I'm going to be, really trying to learn the ins and outs of all these different decks, maybe some of the bigger decks here in the format that are really important. But we're going to be learning about, just kind of the intricate lines of the format, just kind of try to understand it at a higher level here. As I've commentated this event a lot, but I'm almost always play-by-play, and I almost always leave the event thinking I could prep a little bit more for this and start getting in the queues and start doing some battling. So, Esper Lurrus, whether it's Dimir Lurrus, Esper Lurrus, it is kind of the deck of the tournament, and this is kind of the cat of the event. Lurrus, believe it or not, still amazing in any format that you're allowed to play it. And I mean, when you can ever combine it with like Black Lotus or something, I mean, come on, you just do some completely bananas things. So it's the go-to control deck here in the format. Psychic Frog is incredibly powerful in this format as well. And you just live in a different world in Vintage, which I absolutely love. So we're going to play this. I'm going to do some Underworld Breach stuff here in our next league in my next video. And it should be a lot of fun. So, all right, let's battle. All right, I would love to choose Lurrus as my companion. Oh, it's been so long since I could do that. I mean, I don't think I should be trying to mulligan this. Being able to have two of my Moxes in hand seems incredible. I can go turn one Mox Jet, Sapphire Frog, while taking a peek at my opponent's hand and destroying one of their lands. That seems good. Looks like my opponent has mulliganed down to 6 magical cards. And, I'm going to be a little loose as I fine-tune my vintage skills. It's been a while. I pretty much always just practice, get ready to go when it comes to Eternal Weekend. And then after that, I end up not playing the format as much as I would like. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, let's see what's going on. Now, they could have, like, Spell Pierce, I guess. Stuff like that. So I think I should play this first. Play my Moxes first. They could have Daze as well. So I'm going to get Taxian Probe to start. I also might Strip Mine them if I see a Daze and then go to second main and play a Frog. Or now I can just back it up. So they do have Flusterstorm and Force. None of those have anything to do with the good old Froggy Frog. So a Frog's just going to wreck them, it would seem. But I don't want to get got by their Stony Silence. So I think I want to put Misty Rainforest down and try to Spell Pierce that. And then I'll Strip Mine their Tundra. All right. And then I'll try to Time Walk with Frog in play. And that just seems like a good old sexy time. A good old sexy time to start our video. God, these cards are powerful, y'all. All right. As far as lands we want to get, I don't think it matters a ton. I would think I'm basically more of a blue-black deck against them. So Underground Sea seems better to me, even though we have a Swords. Maybe that's not true. I don't know what the hell they could have for creatures. So since I already have black mana, I guess I will get Tundra. But I could see this going either way. So let's get rid of that. I'm not attending them. I'm just commentating them remotely there, Adam. I want to, though. I really want to. That's a bucket lister for me. Okay, so Time Walk's almost assuredly going to get countered. But if they 2-for-1 themselves for that, I think that's fine. So I'm going to start. Are you getting excited, Adam? Excited for your mocks? If we get fired, let's go next year. I'm in. I'm in. That sounds great. Dig through the time, eh? Well, I don't have 4 blue, so I can't do anything with that. My question is, this just seems like, you know, a blue-white control-ish deck. And my main question is, do I feel like blowing that up? It doesn't seem horrific. So let's start with this. I'm going to take an extra turn. Would you allow? Okay, they did pitch that. So I know they have Tundra in hand. What card would really punish me? Like a Teferi Time Raveler? If that's a thing. And getting more cards in my yard for dig seems totally fine here. So I am going to strip this. I wonder if I'm actually supposed to take the basic. I don't know. I'm going to strip this just to hold them. Stock up is a good reason too. Yep, absolutely. Where are you going? Ah, vintage. All right, I think we'll probably do something like this. We don't know exactly what we're up against, but let's give it a shot. I would probably want Spell Pierces. They looked great. I suppose Consign is mid. Forces can go, okay. Well, we're going to leave it like this. We don't have enough to bring in there. I'm sure there's going to be some cards I'm missing, but we don't necessarily have a perfect idea of our opponent's deck yet. All right. So we have a tutor. We have 0 power. Pretty mid hand overall. I could easily see this being a mulligan, as it's just, you know, doesn't jump off the page, and I feel like vintage should definitely jump off the page at me, but it's also just a fine hand. I would think this is a close mulligan, as we can do better, but in a control mirror, you're trading resources a lot. So, you know, maybe just keeping hands that do things is totally fine here. All right, we're just going to keep it. We got lands and spells. Lands and the spells. Okay, I want to play a fetch land and I don't want to sack it. Just in case of wasteland, so maybe not even sacking it at end step. I probably will to get a surveil land. To get my graveyard more filled, because I'll almost assuredly be casting Orcish Baumeisters. But we shall see. There is to destroy target non-basic lands, which that's all of our lands. So I don't think we want to even surveil to give them the opportunity, although I don't totally mind, because we do have a good chunk of lands. And filling the graveyard gets us closer to recall at home. And if I demonic tutor, what would I tutor for? I mean, it's hard to argue with going for Black Lotus or recall when I get to play those cards. And if I do that and they go to strip, I can just go... I mean, then I don't cast a 2-drop. I think I do want to cast a 2-drop. So I am going to wait to fetch here. And I'll probably even play another Delta. I'm missing out on my Surveil equity. Well, that changes everything. The game has been changed. I assume they're a Daze deck, though, too. So I probably don't want to walk into their open mana. I think I just want to make their mana dead this turn. Even though I have a sorcery speed play here, I think I really just want to dead their mana. I think that's a good thing to do. Sorry, I thought I heard my dog doing one of his gross, like, about to throw up sounds, so I want to make sure. Okay, so double wasteland. I don't think I play basics. I don't think I play basics in this deck, which makes sense. You don't really have room. So I have to be smart about when I use my manas. So they could blow up both of my lands. Then I could play a land doing this. I could see a world where I'm supposed to wait till my turn to play around days. Interesting. God, Vintage is sick. Just so many decisions. It's turn 2. This is going to be a fun weekend. Yeah, of course, Vintage is restricted, so playing around days maybe is not the biggest deal. All right. My legacy brain is broke, I think. So let's cast some spells. Yeah, Eternal Weekend is going to be a blast. I've cast it before. And I've always had a great time. I'm going to do one of each here. What if is this a consignable offense? What if I had consign? Is that, no, maybe that's not it. Regardless, I'm going to do this. What if I had days too with these on the stack? I feel like our opponent shouldn't have stacked it that way, but this is my amateur Vintage brain. Yeah, or the world's best gush. Oh my god, I'd be gushing right now. To be fair, I'd have to discard some land anyways, but that would be hot. That would be so hot. Speaking of hot, time walk. All right, pretty easy, easy turn here as I have one play. Land an island cycle at some point. I don't think there's anything that punishes me from island cycling later. I mean, I'm sure every spell known to man is in the format, like Stifle and stuff, but I think I'll be fine. Cast a Brainstorm. All right, let's... What you doing? You gonna kill my Orcish Baumeister? Yeah, a lot of great old format Magic this weekend, and I'm lucky enough to be a part of all the shows. It's gonna be a busy weekend for me. I got Eternal Weekend, the Mox, and the Vintage Eternal Weekend, the Mox, and then Legacy Eternal Weekend, with just awesome-ass people the entire time, too. Just top-notch commentators for all of them. It's going to be a ton of fun to watch. And a ton of fun to do. A nice break from Standard, Modern, Limited to go to Vintage Cube, Vintage Legacy. Like, I am beyond pumped. Okay, so let's attack. I see no reason to act first with all my sorceries. Yeah, this format is a bit slower than Modern, to be honest. There's so much amazing interaction. No, Path is just a better Swords to Plowshare against me. I feel like, you know, obviously this is in the moment, but I wish I had a basic. Okay, well, since they use that, I mean, I could just Time Walk to get an extra card, but if they have Spell Pierce, I'm walking into that. So to play around Pierce and Flusterstorm, I'm just going to play another Prowl. It feels very face-up that they have one of the anti-creature spells here. And I want to, whenever I want to play a spell, I want to play a spell where I can go, like, start with Treasure Cruise. If they counter it, great, Time Walk, you know? That kind of thing. This is totally fine. A land would be great for us. Be able to Time Walk if they counter it, Cruise. I don't even know what order. Oh! The first Black Lotus sighting. And I feel like it's not going to go well for us. I should probably not F6 here in Vintage, huh? Just kidding. I should probably F6 in Vintage. Okay. Black Lotus, nothing too scary happened. Okay, this actually isn't the worst, because I can start with Brainstorm, and if it gets countered, I can Treasure Cruise. I think I actually do want to do this first. Let's start with a Brainstorm. Now we're putting their counter spells to the test. I bet they have a ton of them. Oh, that would have been a blowout. Well, they probably would have did it if they had it at this point, but yeah, let's hope they don't have Hull Breacher. That would be a nightmare. I have forgot about that card. Hooray! All right, now I got a Wasteland. I don't even know if I want to waste right now. I'd rather just like Time Walk with Spell Pierce backup and stuff. So I don't think I'm going to do that now. It's not me, Bolt Snap Bolt. I'm commentating it, but I'm excited to watch someone win it. Vintage Super League? Oh, hell yeah. Vintage Super League was a blast. Dress down. Okay. Sacking your Black Lotus to play a cantrip. Oh, they're probably going to cheat something in. This smells like a Null Drifter. This smells like my creatures having no abilities or else. Well, me wastelanding them would have worked out poorly for me, huh? Well, can't do anything about that, huh? What a shitty top deck here. I don't want to wasteland them. I want my lands. Well, alright. Number of lands they control, then sacrifice the rest. Discards hand and sacrifice creatures as well. So we end with 1 card and 2 cards in land. Okay. I wonder if I'm supposed to keep Time Walk or Tutor. Probably Tutor, huh? Probably Tutor to find Recall. That seems like the best thing to me. Oh, wait. You choose the ones you keep? Okay. Choose a card in your hand. Discard the rest. I feel like it's not supposed to be Time Twister. That would be a bit of a loose goose. All right. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So I could Tutor for Black Lotus. I mean, it seems better to just get Recall here, right? I feel like those are my only 2 options. I like magic cards. I'm going to go with that. I don't think I need a Swamp. And they don't know what card I get, right? This is not... Yeah, nice. I mean, they probably know. Not the best now. I wonder if I bait them out with this. No, I want to cast this now. So I'm going to cast this now to play around Spell Pierce and Flusterstorm. I'm not playing around Hull Breacher, I guess, but whatever. Okay. I think I want to keep drawing cards. Now I'm not playing around Spell Pierce and stuff, though. Or I just put a beautiful cat into my hand. I mean, these are the turns that I used to live for. Be like, all right, you're holding on mana. You got something going on? Let's get cat in here. I could see going for dig through time as well here, but Flusterstorm actually gets me, but... Oh, yeah. Yeah, Echo Baronin. Yes! Yes! See, I'm ready. I'm ready to be your play-by-play here. You know, maybe by the end of this, we'll switch, bro. I'll be teaching you a thing or two about... Not just... When cat dodge counters by going right into play, yeah, that was absurd. I bet in Vintage it was insane, too. Just, I remember, like, day one of Lurrus, people were like, all right, Black Lotus, put Lurrus into play Black Lotus. And it's like, we shouldn't do this. I mean, Lurrus with 2 counterspell backup, that seems hot. Hot. Meow. Oh yeah, I guess I don't have that much to actually bring back, so that's maybe not the best. Yeah, I suppose. It's okay. And then we'll dig next turn. I've missed Lurrus. I mean, the last time I played Lurrus, I had a heavy hand in getting it banned, I think, because I remember at my SCG Invitational tournament I won where I became a treasure, people literally laughed at me that I was playing Grixis Death Shadow. I got laughed out the room, y'all. Like, I went into the modern portion with 2 losses, and people were like, oh, what are you playing? I was like, Grixis Death Shadow with Lurrus, and they're like, I bet that's fun. You know, like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I think it's insane, actually. And they're like, yeah, sure. Even my opponents were saying that. Then I lost 1 game in Modern, and I'm like, I pretty much won that tournament based on Modern, even though it wasn't the top 8. And then after I won it, then, you know, I wrote a sideboard guide, it kind of caught on. And then the final draw was like one of the Magic Online final tournaments was 6 Grixis Death Shadow with Lurrus and 2 Hammer with Lurrus. And then we're like, yep, okay, it's time. Time to ban it. So the last time I played Lurrus was right before it got banned in Grixis Death Shadow. Outside of a little Vintage here and there, but... Oh, good times. I've struck lightning in the bottle a few times, but Grixis Death Shadow was the OG for me. In Modern, you know. All right, let's dig. I don't think it matters what I leave in my yard as far as spells. I don't think so, so I'm just, yeah. It really did, Adam. It really did. Sink into stupor. I really don't want that to happen. Flusterstorm here would suck, right? That would actually get me. And this is just a bounce. I do think I counter this, but Flusterstorm is going to be annoying here. I'm actually going to pitch Lavinia. I think there might be some world I could sneak through a Flusterstorm with a free counterspell. No, there really isn't, is there? Okay. Force on my dig. Force on your force. Yes, I had dig plus blue cards. Where are you going? Where are you going? Are we having fun? Are we having fun here? All right, let's play some more. Okay. All right. I'm going to go first. I believe we probably will get crushed here. Echo Baronin is a complete sicko. I'm going to keep. This is good, I would think. I don't know what he's playing. No, I don't think there's any disadvantage to probing after I play a land or something. So let's see what he's got. I want perfect information. All right, Oath, huh? And has a recall in the hand. Well, I guess I better get this Bowmaster in play, huh? I guess then they can go turn 1 Oath. Shit. That's not good for me. Let's see. What are all my what are all my hits from Urza's Saga that can help? None. None. Yeah, blue card here would be great. Because he's not going to recall at sorcery speed. So let's go like this, this. And I can't just Bowmaster here right away. Maybe I hope that he doesn't go for it and then I draw a blue card. I think that was still a keep, but obviously this hand looks pretty bad now. Maybe that's too many mana sources. Okay. It's actually good, I think. I mean, I think I Bowmaster and just hope. Or I underground or sewer here to try to find something. And then, yeah, okay. So try to find blue card. Double my odds here. That's not what I want. Cast spell, no mana was cast to cast it. Yeah, that's not a good card. Not a strong card for me. I feel like I'm screwed. I feel like I am in deep doo-doo. So I think I'm going to play Urza's Saga. I'm going to play Vexing Bauble. And then I'm going to say go. Or I sack it trying to find like a recall. I would rather have Bowmaster available just in case they tried to recall main phase, but I doubt he would. Stock Up's a hell of a card in Vintage, huh? Broco. Alright, I can't do anything about Broco unless I sacrifice this. Which I guess I will do. Oko can turn my stuff into creatures. That's a good draw. But I'm wondering if I should not force this. So I can either force it now, I can brainstorm, find a blue card and force it, or I can not force it, try to fight through it. And then next turn brainstorm, shuffle away one land for sure. And like still make a construct. I think that's actually better. See what Echo Brona does. Could make this like into an elk. Okay, that's what I figured he would do. Let's try this. I could see this being foolish. Wow. So, I mean, now I could tutor for Time Walk and get Black Lotus. I could get Time Walk and Black Lotus here. That seems good. I'm going to try to do that. Getting recall is pretty damn tempting though too, huh? Time Walk draws 1 card, recall draws 3, but I get to do my thing right away. I'm gonna do Time Walk, but I could for sure see this being wrong. I know those are the 4 cards in hand, so they could have 1 other blue card. All right, let's tap this. Oh, I could have piggybacked off this, huh? Shit, I should have did that. All right, so no matter what, I'm going to have enough mana to buy Lurrus, play Lurrus, bring back Black Lotus. So let's try this first. I feel like I never need Swords to Plowshare against them. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. All right. I don't know if this is going to be smart or dumb, but I'm for sure going to do it. Okay, so here's this. Black. Blue. Alrighty. I have done what I can do. I could have done so many things and could have easily seen that being not correct. Yeah. Said, where's my balance? I did want to put him under pressure, and now Oko has 3 very good targets, you know? Okay. Oh. That's pretty spicy. Don't love that. No! I feel like I cannot win now. If any card is going to allow me to win, it's probably going to start with that. Except no matter what, they will do their thing, huh? What do they get off Oath? That's the real question. A big old Atraxa? Ooh, that'd be good. Well, I definitely don't want them to block my Froggy Frog. And I'm going to for sure attack with that. Me just killing this doesn't do much. Did they get rid of Show and Tell? So they have Stock Up Recall as their hand. That's gross. I guess I have to try to give them Bowmaster. And I don't think he's going to block, but maybe he falls for this. I don't even think this is that good. Them bringing back Oko would crush me. I don't even think I have a way to get Oath off the table. Prismatic ending type effect. Yeah, I can't win. All right. You got an Atraxa. Can't beat that. Okay. So up against Oath. Definitely don't want any of my removal. Priests are awesome. Gotta be what they're for. And like a consign. Sounds good to me. Yeah, that one turn I could have probably done so many different things. You know? Got Time Twister, got Recall, all that kind of thing. Oh yeah, Lurrus wouldn't play Oko, but Atraxa would be good enough. Okay, so I can go turn 1 Urza Saga, which can get me Black Lotus in a couple of turns, and I could destroy one of their lands. But they don't play many Wastelands in this deck, I would assume, right? It also could just be stupid to keep this in general. I'm going to keep it for science, but I could see this being a horrific decision. I know Urza Saga is just great. I mean, if I can get Black Lotus in play pretty early and I have an avenue to do so, I'm going to try to do that. And then, of course, if we hit a fetch land, this hand is actively awesome. So I'm going to try, but I can see this being silly, of course. Do-do-do-do-do. Alrighty. Oh, and they play 1 strip mine. Yeah, that would suck. I think it's okay to play around the 1 of. Pretty good. Can't do anything about that. Who? Yikesers. This could definitely be trouble. Could just get Mox Jet, too, to, like, give ourselves some Bowmasters. Or, of course, we could have just mulliganed this one. Mana Crypt, eh? Adds 2 mana. I think I need to save my counterspell for an Oath. Or stock up. Alrighty. It's not great. Maybe I have to just get blue Mox here to Time Walk. Then that's going to be 5 cards in yard. If I top deck a land, that's going to be 6, and then I can Treasure Cruise. All right, I think I'm in. It's either that or I get Black Lotus, Time Walk. 4 in the yard. Time Walk would be 5, 6, 7, 8. I'd have to exile Black Lotus here, which I really don't want to do, but I could go Time Walk plus Treasure Cruise. I really don't want to exile Black Lotus, so I think I need to do Sapphire. Time Walk. Shit. Well, we tried. We tried. We tried, and now we die. Yeah, Vintage is definitely a format of, you know, more aggressive mulligans. Yeah, the mana does seem quite bad. The mana does seem quite bad in these decks. I mean, the mana is amazing in a way, you know, but also quite bad. There's a lot of colorless lands. Stock Up is just a hell of a card in this format, huh? Next level stuff. Let's go. If we don't get a land here, we're dead. Okay, okay, we can counter something. Just binned a Time Walk. Just casually said, nah, not needed. All right, I think we're going to be dead here, y'all. All right, a fetch land. I hate everything. I'm out. I'm out. GG's, Echo Baronin. GG. All right, round number 3 here. Let's buy our kitty. Wipe the floor with me, they did. Wipe the floor with me, they did. Okay, so a Lurrus Mirror, which could, you know, doesn't really narrow anything down. But I'm going to keep. I mean, I have a recall, so we're going to do that. I probably want to start with recalling on their upkeep. If I'm on the play, to avoid Force of Negation, to prevent days, leave them with just Mental Misstep and Force of Will. That seems to make sense. All right. All right, so let's start with a recall. Wow, okay, all right, that's fine. I thought they had the Mental Misstep. I was like, come on. Come on. Probably should not. So shops? Is this a turn 1/1? Okay, thank God. I mean, this still seems terrifying, right? I mean, they just get recall or Time Walk. And they didn't even have to discard to hand size. That's how you don't discard to hand size. Okay. I'll just die, I guess. I'll just head on out. I'll just head on out, get murdered here. Vintage is fucking crazy, y'all. I'm here for it. I wish they would have did that in the other sequencing, though. That would have been funny. Okay. Well, so I can't force a negation them. So I guess we'll do the literal only play that we have. Ribbit. You counter that, I'm heading straight to the Shadow Realm. God, they can just Lurrus the hell out of me here. Oh, I guess they don't have enough. They can't cast it yet. Tolarian Academy is a hell of a land. I had this in a Vintage Cube deck last night. I was indeed popping off. I love practicing for this old school format weekend. Being able to play nothing but Vintage, Legacy. Oh yeah, they have to pay for that. Being able to play nothing but Vintage, Legacy, and Vintage Cube has been awesome. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I... Volume okay for everyone? Can hear it a little bit? All right, stock up. Let's see what they're stocking up. And probably purchase a kitty cat. I love that Thunder Trap Trainer is a legacy, strong enough of a legacy card to be included. I suppose it's like not that hard to kick this card. And gets another stock up? Stock up into Thunder Trap Trainer into stock up? This is Splinter Twin. Well, I mean, I should start just discarding these, I feel. Ooh, one thing I can do is just hard cast a Force of negation. All right, I like that. So let's do that. I'm going to let them block with this because I don't want to get rid of my graveyard yet. So I'm going to go like this. I'll discard my Force of Will. Okay. So let's go land and we'll say go. I mean, I would think they're like 1,000% to cast that stock up. I feel very behind right now, though. I mean, I guess I feel worse now that I just discarded a Force of Will. So I could make a construct, stock up with this. I think I'd rather... I mean, force... I actually should probably force this. Because if this is exiled, they can't Lurrus. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm screwed regardless, but... I am going to force a Black Lotus. Yikes. That's a big yikeser. Yeah, you'd think you'd make a construct first and then stock up with one blue floating. All right, I mean, now they can lure us too, so maybe everything is bad. Urza Saga's messed up. More Thunder Trap Trainers! That's a time walk too? God. Five, 6, 7. I guess I can recall here. Let's go like this. Pain. Oh, I can recall, but it's bad, huh? I guess I could swords this first. It's not great either. Then Lurrus just runs rampant on me, huh? Unless I find something. Yeah, I think I just have to find something, get a little lucky. I'm at a spot where I'm playing against a lot of decks where I'm like, God, I feel like this is just a bad matchup. And then I come to the realization, like, maybe I'm just bad. Yeah, I'm so screwed. All right, there's all my resources. Oh, they can Lurrus me with Time Walk. I don't even want to see what I'm about to see. I do not even want to see this. Okay, so up against Lurrus PO. That's got to be what this is. So I'm going to follow Echo Baron and Cyborg Guide here, as I'll be leaving that up to him while we're commentating. Yep, I think that seems perfectly fine. No Rod seems like a hell of a card against them. So, I mean, my artifacts too, but of course, I have a lot less than the shop stack. Okay, I'm going to go first. All right, we started off strong, and now we're falling apart, so let's get back to W's. We have no Rod. We have a Brainstorm. So, I mean, the one thing we can do is go turn 1 Scalding Tarn and either Spell Pierce something from them or Surveil Land. And then turn 2 Brainstorm or play a No Rod. No Rod without artifacts? I mean, this seems fine. Let's figure it out. Is that Pro Tour Champion? Kill SUV? Woo, 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 woo. What's up? What's up? All right, all right. All right, Scalding Tarn, let's say go. Let's see what we got going on. All right, Urza's Saga, huh? Okay, gotta let that happen. Don't have to let that happen. But if I do just No Rod them, that wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I mean, I guess I let it resolve and try to do the whole No Rod thing. Let's give it a shot. I'm still going to go with the Surveil Land here, though. I wonder if this is correct sequencing. It's not good. Ooh! Well, let's brainstorm. Let's see if the game is over. Oh boy. I need that brainstorm. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. What don't I need here? Probably this. And one of the frogs? Could see getting rid of Spell Pierce too. Let's keep Spell Pierce as I'm going to try to go No Rod plus counter backup. If that's even going to be enough. Let's see. Like, just cranking out constructs is going to be pretty damn good. Thunder Trap Trainer. All right. Resolves. Soul Ring. Okay. Well, I mean, this is going to be an insanely good No Rod. If we can get it all to work. Do I want more black or more white? Probably black. Don't think I need to wasteland the Saga since they can't activate it. Alrighty. Let's null stuff down. Hell of a card in Vintage. Oh, except they do have the mana to pay for it if they just have a force. Okay. They did not. Okay, I mean, that's got to be good, right? The rod is here. The rod is here to stay. You have a Black Lotus in play. Now are you about to have a Lurrus? Nope, okay. So I know they have a Soul Ring, which is useless. And a Portable Hole, which is not useless. Well, I feel like if they had a force, they would have already forced me, so... I mean, I'm going to wasteland the crap out of that Tundra. Get that out of there. I was like, if they counter that, I'm dead. I'm just dead. The game ends. Now, I do have Nombos in my deck, but whatever. Here's one of these. And we'll say go. Frogs versus otters. Yikes. Yeah, the Qs have been firing not so horrifically. Well, I need to jump this frog. Don't think I want them to just block with otters here. Block with honors. Go, Psychic Frog. You need to do some hard carrying. It's kind of risky even, but I'm going to discard this Pearl. My precious Pearl. Okay. To hold up force or to just buy Lurrus? Lurrus is probably good. I don't want to play Vexing Bauble. What would I want to counter for 3 mana? And it would make it so obvious. I mean, obviously like a Fatal Push, but I don't know if they even have that. A stock up is probably pretty bad for me, where Lurrus just doesn't actually do anything. So I'm going to say go. I probably shouldn't have played the land, though. But I guess playing around days is a thing. We shall see. We shall see. See how wrong I am, my friends. I wish that thing was tapped. Our clock would be exponentially faster. Okay, you got a Pearl. We might be doing it. No rod against the world at the moment. Yep. They are null. Okay. So they can't play free spells. It doesn't help me that much, actually, so... Alright, alright. Ooh. Oh, Okay. Let's cast that one. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll get rid of all my food. Well, I guess I could leave some food. Just doesn't matter. Recall at home. No! It's a pretty good spell, Pierce. Alright. It's a little punishing. Guess I should have been more patient. I could have just discarded a card too, but that obviously doesn't seem that good. So do I force this or do I force the card it gets? No, I force this because I think that could just get a land. Yeah, alright. Either way, I would get something that dealt with Null Rod. Well, I could discard and jump. Let's do it. We are going for the throat. Ribbit. Technically, I could jump again next turn. Oh. Alright, I'd rather just play another frog, I think. Alright, I'm all in. Frogs, 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 here they come. I think I let this happen. Force is a pretty good card. Null Rod is really a card. A hell of a card. A lot of fun had by our opponent at this point. That was a good card too. I almost should have bought Lurrus there just to pitch it. Yeah, I think I will. That way that's a lethal attack next turn. Through a force. I already have my surveillance, so we'll just say go. Looks like we might have evened it up with the power of a Null Rod and some ribbits. Okay. All right. So before we get into the next game, I have just a quick word from the sponsor of the channel this week. Huge shout out to, let's do this one. I haven't done this one in a while. Huge shout out to the next regional championship that I'm going to be commentating at. If you want to check this out, it's going to be our first of 2 RCs here in the United States. We get 2 of them. A lot of cool stuff going on. Great coverage team here. You got this knucklehead. I'll be casting with Jim Davis, as well as Carmen and Ryan will be bringing you the other half of the broadcast. It's going to be a ton of fun. 20K up top. Bunch of Pro Tour slots. You can watch coverage. Will be exclusively on YouTube, as the way that we decided to do it for this one. Hashtag SCG Houston if you want to get some more information on it. And of course, if you want to sign up, look at all the different events that are going on at StarCityGames.com/SCGCon. Come join us. I think Jim and I will also be in the 1030 Mystery Sealed event. We just go there to have some fun, unwind before we get into our tech check and all the boring stuff before we get into the event. So feel free to join us. I'll see you there. If you see me, feel free to come up and say hi, take a picture, sign some shit, whatever you want. Always love coming up to visit. My favorite story, before we'll get into this, of when we were hanging, you know, people will come up to me maybe 5, 10, 15 times or whatever on a weekend. Always awesome, always fun. But this was great. I was hanging with Jim. I was in front of Jim, okay? Somebody's coming this way and I'm like, hey, what's up? And goes to like shake my hand. And then I was like, hey, how are you? And he's like, so sorry to do this to you, but I have no idea who you are. I just wanted to talk to Jim. My bad. And I'm like, oh my God, get this knife out of my back. It was classic. Jim holds that over me pretty much every single time we meet up. It's quite funny. So join us in Houston, y'all. All right, let's battle. It was classic, though. It was classic. I would like to reveal Lurrus. We can ramp into Null Rod. I mean, besides that, this hand is not very good, but I mean, that card just completely soloed our game, so like, I feel like I shouldn't be mulliganing this. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it, but I could see this being incorrect. I might also not turn one no rod, depending if we draw a blue card or not. Or that. Wastelanding is great. I would like to back up this no rod, so I'm going to go like this. I'm going to play the pearl. And I'm going to say go. I'm just going to get us sewers here, even though we're like doing absolutely nothing here. We're putting up a facade that our hand is good. And we're playing around Spell Pierce. Playing around the one of days if they have it. We're not going to be playing around shit anymore. You know what we got. Gataxian Probe really does take the fun out of things, huh? I'm glad that card's banned in every other format. And restricted here. It's just the fun police, you know? Here I was talking about how cool it's going to be, how much information I'm going to withhold. And then my opponent's like, oh yeah? You sure? That didn't work out well for me. Okay. Still nothing, so that leads me to believe they want to try to counter no rod. Maybe they just don't have a really aggressive draw. Either way, it probably is just going to be a Lurrus turn. That was a good draw. So I think I kill this and then just play that. Yes, Joe! Yes! You've nailed it. How are you, buddy? All right, within combat. Let's get rid of that. I am excited. It's going to be so fun. We've had I've filmed 7 episodes of the show now, and we have had an absolute blast doing it. So I'm excited for the world to see it. It's been a lot of work, though. It has been a lot of work. All right, here's that. Yeah, yep. It's always us bros with one special guest every time. First one is teased at the video. Our special guest shows up at the end of that little cameo. Well, it feels like Lurrus time to me. Even though they're stuck on land. Because I don't want to walk into a Spell Pierce still with this no rod. That is... I went to say the word no rod, not click it. All right, here's a cat. I love the turn where it's like, no, you should probably play something. And they're like, nah, I don't trust you. Buy a Lurrus. And then they're like, damn. And then that sets in motion a whole change of a game where your opponent's always like, oh, okay, now I need to do something. They are clearly going to play around my stuff and they're going to dance around it. And then they come to the realization that, all right, I need to do something. Okay, I don't care about that because I'm going to know a rod. I don't care about that because I'm going to know a rod. At least try. P-O. P-U. I kind of care about that. I mean, I don't want them to dig out of this. Plus, they don't have Spell Pierce available. Next turn, I can take them off all 3 of their permanents. So the game can clearly just be over. Is there any reason to do this in any other order? No, I don't think so. Ice this down. No rod. All right, now you have nothing. You have nothing and you take 1 each turn. Nothing for you. Okay. Meow. 3/2 lifelinker, go! Two-turn clock still. Are we the baddies now? We're definitely the bad asses. Boom! Except I'm not drawing anything off the top, that's for damn sure. Just no-rotted them into the Stone Age. Now you're dead to Mr. Baumeister plus his buddies. And that's it! Let's go! Alright, we're 2-1. We beat all the people who are not vintage, absolute, masters. I mean, they could be masters too, but you know what I mean. Alright, everyone, we are on the draw up against Mr. Brian Koval. One of the best to ever do it. All right, I have Gataxian Probe. I'm keeping off the strength of Gataxian Probe alone just because I need to know what's in his hand because he already knows what's in mine. He's that good. Just don't oath me. Maybe not the deck that he's playing. Okay. Yeah. Brian Koval is one of the best to ever do it in these old formats. Maybe the best. Maybe the best. Well, we aren't going to really be able to force through a recall very well. I would like to know what you got. Show me your tricks. So only 1 force, 3, 4, 5... Okay. Gonna play more Thunder Trap Trainers. I have so many Spell Pierces. Alrighty, we'll say go. Lurrus PO, yep. Alright, so played this, played the trap. I'm going to allow it. Mostly because I can't do anything against it. Vexing Bobble, huh? What a jerk. Guess I'll be countering that. I'm actually pretty cool with that. Ooh, or do I counter that? No, not going to have mana until they do the thing. Boom. Okay. Probably going to begin with an Ancestral Recall and see what we're cooking with. Recall me. Give me the cards. Give me the cards. Lorien revealed, exiled, so Flame of Anor is still online. And the only card left in hand. I like the sight of Brian Koval with 1 card to my 7. I think we're finally at a fair fight at this point. Like I would consider us dead even at this point. That's how good the man is. All right, well, I don't want to get Flame of Anor in any meaningful way. Shit. I feel like I want to brainstorm. This hand is less to be desired for. Let's get rid of some of the... just too many frogs, if that's even a thing. Okay, so... no answer to stupid Lurrus, which is going to be a problem. Yeah, but if they get a land, it stops it, right? Yeah, that seems risky to just play that. So I could dig through time and try to find a force of will. And that is a lot of looks at it. Could get rid of this plus frog. All right, get rid of some creatures. Let's do it. So if I dig now, I would have to discard. So I should dig during their turn in response to Lurrus. Okay. I'll take it. Like that. I'm still going to do the dig through time play. All right, let's keep... I don't think there's any way for me to return spells. Or for them to return spells, but whatever. Here we are. Dig. Dig through time and new dig through time. All right, we did hit the force. I don't think I care about any of the other cards. Yeah, I'm going to take a blue one, but I really don't care what they are. I guess Lavinia as an option. Any order. And maybe we'll just get rid of Lavinia. Yeah, we'll still just get rid of it. In me... Well. If it isn't Black Lotus. Well. If it isn't 2 Black Lotuses. Blue, black, blue, frog, Bowmaster. I feel like I just did this in the last game and then lost badly, but I think this game looks a little better. That's all I got, Mr. Bosch and Roll. That's all I have. Time Walk? I don't think I care about that. Okay. Chain of Vapors. Okay. No, thank you. You may have. So that's their 2 cards in hand. Past is real. Tear my heart open. Dress to kill. Deals 5 damage, and they draw cards. Boink. Get rid of the frog. Open. Alright. Black Lotus. If I go blue, 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 black, white, construct. I can do it all. But I'd have to like tap out. Which seems fine. Maybe that's not worth it. I don't want a Swords a blocker here because I'd rather Swords Lurrus. Yeah, I'm going to make my play here. So blue, white, black, construct. Efficient AF. Why don't you just go home? But you didn't. I'm toasted. Yup. Is that good? They can't cast free counter spells. Yeah, they are dead. Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. Don't need that. Can even play it later. Sweet. Popping off. Is not warm when she's away. Alright, if I exile this, exile Lurrus, attack all. Alright. Get out of here! Get out of here! Just commentating from home, Bolt Snap Bolt. Alright, alright. Now, even if I lose badly, at least I had the great honor of beating him in one of the games. I'll take it, I'll take it. Alright, same kind of things. I want no rod. I'm going to sideboard exactly like I just did. I want no rods. I'll take 1 consign. I'll take out some swords. It's only for Lurrus. Alright, looks good to me. Meow. 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 This hand does not seem good. I feel like I need to be doing a little more than that. I'm going to mulligan this. All right. I'll keep, I guess. What don't I want? I think I need both my lands. I want my Mox. Just Lavinia? Maybe I'm supposed to be valuing Lavinia higher than I have been. Maybe I should be valuing Bowmaster lower than I am. Although I can cast it. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Whenever a player casts a spell of no mana was cast, huh? So I could do that. Or I could just cast a Bowmaster. Let's just do a Bowmaster, I guess. I'll do it. I'll do it. Am I sure about it? Absolutely not. Portable hole. I don't think I care about that. That had to have been a pretty good draw, I think. All right, so let's attack. FF Freak! All right. So now let's go with... I'm going to go with Vexing Bauble. Yeah, knock yourself out, bro. I'll be streaming. Okay. Then we'll say go. We'll say go here. Now, do we want to sack the bauble is the real question. Probably not. Let's just take a chill, make some constructs. No, bro. All right. Let's attack. Yeah, just construct go here. Let's have Bosch deal with that first. God, I hope he doesn't play a lot of dress downs. All right, let's do this. Now let's see what we want to do with this polluted delta. Okay. Let's see. Bosch's end step. I don't want to do anything here. I think I still want to make a construct here, but I get so blown out. If there is a dress down, but let's just try it. Because I can still do some stuff about it. I suppose I'm just always supposed to get a Black Lotus. Okay, I will do that. Now I can hard cast a Force of Will. Let's attack. I feel like he's got to do something here. Sink into Stupor. Well, I think I'm fine with just Spell Pierce in that one. Pierce. Fluster Storm. Okay. How many spells were cast? So I guess I'm just going to pay 3 out. Do I have to add the mana now? I would assume I would. Just blanks my Black Lotus. All right, that's fine. Yes. 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 Counter that. Now, at worst case, I could throw away the Vexing Bauble and force something if I had to. All right, we'll say go. I hope it doesn't come to that because that unlocks Bosch's counter magic. And lowers my constructs to not lethal. I guess they're not lethal anyways right now. Big turn, big turn. Just a 3-mana Shatter. Is unlocking my opponent's stuff worth it here? Or just attack for 4 twice? This feels like it is bait. So if I sack the Vexing Bauble and then I go to force it and that doesn't work, we could be in a lot of trouble. But if they're wasting all that counter magic on this, you know, maybe I can just have Lurrus go unchecked. I'm going to fight. Surprisingly, I kind of want to fight less now. Because they could just have a Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce would have accomplished the same thing last turn, though, so I don't think he actually does have a Spell Pierce. Could easily have a Force or whatever, but... Okay. Well, I don't want him to go Lurrus if there's a land top decked, so I guess I buy this. Destroy this. And get in there for 3. Yeah, that didn't work out great for me, that fight, I must say. I don't want to do anything about that. No purchase of the kitty cat. Okay, so he has a force. So he has a Force of Will. as his last card. So I could bait it out. I could bait it out with the Lurrus. I should play my things no matter what. Which one should I play as the main thing? I don't know which one's better. I mean, they're both incredible to resolve. Probably just drawing 3 cards is better. This has got to be a force. Nothing else would make sense, right? Force of Will is in his hand. So I can return a Black Lotus and then do the Vexing Bubble trick. God, it's close. Infinite value or 3 cards right now? I think Lurrus is better. Just because I'm going to get to attack for 4. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Here it is. That's the only card it could have been. I'll play a Black Lotus. All right. Have we defeated Bosch and Roll? The man, the myth, the legend? Woo! Let's go! Let's go! All right, all right. That's a good W. That's a good W right there, I must say. Okay, final round. Let's try to close it with the old 4-1. This deck has been sweet, I must say. This deck has been really sweet. Yeah, I'm going to keep. Have a Spell Pierce to start. Opponent last seen playing a PO deck. Been playing against a lot of PO decks. Yeah, let's start with a fetch land. Start with the fetch lands to make sure we don't get wastelanded immediately. This could be a good Lavinia deck, or good Lavinia, a good Lavinia spot. Okay, 1 fetch land. So if we just jam out Lavinia, how bad does that look? This is kind of the list. So they still have forces. Flusterstorm. Not a lot of things that actually beat a turn 2 creature. Yeah, I actually think Lavinia seems awesome right now. So I think we'll jam. If they got the force, they got the force. We'll see what we draw. They could just have... Oh, yeah, I guess they could have recall here, huh? We got a recall, but recall at home. Not good enough. Oh, that was a draw. Okay. Now we go for it with Spell Pierce backup. I'm in. Blue, white, Lavinia. Grinding standard ladder today. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what did... All right. Doesn't play anything. Definitely need some action here. I think I can pretty safely attack. I think I'm just going to buy Lurrus here. It's either that or I play Wasteland and try to play Bowmaster. That's probably better. Nothing's dying yet. So let's just do that. They might be really screwed by this Lavinia, you know? Yeah, you know it, Bolt. You know it. We might have to do that. That sounds fun, actually. Vintage is a lot of fun, too, but I don't mind getting a little mix here since we played 1 league. Yeah, let's just untap. That was a big draw. Okay, so now we could just hard cast Force of Will. I don't know if that's what we'll do, but regardless, I'm going to play that. Boom. All right. I'm probably just going to purchase this Lurrus. Lurrus just doesn't do anything at this very moment, and I can do a lot more with it soon. So this feels like a turn where I just want to hard cast Force. All right, let's do that. Chain of Vapors. Well, so they're definitely trying to do stuff here. Playing around my Force. I mean, this does feel like a pretty solid just counter it. Pay 5. The old-fashioned way. All right. 5 mana counterspell. I'm all in now. All right, this is going to be their turn where they start to do stuff, though. Sacked it and did nothing with it. Interesting. Interesting. I will be wastelanding that. Okay, how bad is this going to be? Probably just a recall, huh? Could be anything. Yep. All right. They're cooking. Now, no matter what, they get value off the Saga, which is brutal. Yawgmoth's Will. So just to time walk me again? All right. I'm frightened. Okay. Opponent is doing it. Opponent is doing it. I mean, now they can do the Black Lotus thing. Oh, yeah, Yawgmoth's Will, you don't have to exile the cards, huh? That's spicy. Okay, so they are making a construct. They should reprint that Yawgmoth's Will into some, like, enchantment or something and leave it in Modern. Does that sound good? Give it to me. Give me my toys back. Soul Ring. Okay. All right, that was one hell of a turns. Okay. I mean, that was very good. If I could have just drawn a blue spell, things would have been a lot easier for me. That could be okay. Do I want to lose my Lavinius? Not in particularly. But it's not getting that much better for me. If I attack all, they block this. Yeah, that just too many things could go wrong, I think. So let's attack with the other two. Alright, it's the best we got. Now we can either make a construct or spell pierce one thing. Portable hole? That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Is this a PO? Karn itself, huh? Well, I can't do anything about it. Oh, yeah, I get that, too. Okay. I mean, this seems fine for me. Pew, pew, pew. Yep. 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 So I can't counter Karn now. I maybe didn't want to anyways. This is wild. Could be another PO. Oh my god. Okay. Pew! 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 This Bowmaster's doing some work. Yep. You got those things. Bolus's Citadel? All right. Okay. Pop off. I did the best I could. Now they don't have much life to play with, though. They can't draw any cards. Okay, that's got to be annoying. Top and Bolus's Citadel is a hell of a combo. Storm count 15. Oh, this is wild. Uh-oh. Okay, they're digging. I don't know. I think our Spell Pierce actually got a great target. I think being patient there was awesome because Spell Piercing came with a cost. Because I couldn't construct if it didn't work, you know? All right, let's go. Let's go. Thanks, Winmore. I mean, it's not like I've never played Vintage. It's just I usually play around this time, then forget how things work, and then come back, you know? All right. So PO. I mean, yeah, that's kind of all we've played against. It's not a Lurrus PO deck, though. It's just regular PO. So let's take out all of these. Let's bring in the Null Rods. probably just consigns. Just bring in 2 of them and call it good. All right. Let's do this. I mean, they're mulliganing. I have a bunch of forces I'm going to keep. Our hand doesn't do much, but I think this is still good. Maybe this is more of a legacy hand, but I think it's still a keep. Pithing Needle. Oops. Oops. Sorry, Tora, I must have just butt dialed you here. That's my right. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. I accidentally butt dialed my fiance and then had to chat. Okay, so I think I have to let this resolve. They're probably gonna name Wasteland, but I don't care that much. I don't care that much. Okay, no waste landing for me. Ooh, that was probably a good draw. Just something to do this turn, because I don't want to daze. Okay. So that is only an island at the moment. Okay, we'll say go. Or we'll go to our turn, I mean. Okay, so playing Wasteland is really no point in it, since it is just a colorless land. So we'll just go Delta and say go. Maybe casting nothing. Although I don't really care if Bowmaster does get countered here. Yeah, I'm going to let that resolve. Vexing Bauble I don't enjoy. That I should probably not let resolve. My daze feels like it is now bad. So yeah, let's counter that. So they can add 3 mana. I am going to cast Bowmaster here, because they haven't been able to PO me in a while. Don't think I can allow that either. I would rather have a force in my hand than a Spell Pierce, I think. Okay. That would have sucked if that got countered. And maybe I put myself in a risk there where I shouldn't have. Should have just held that. Okay, that I don't care about. You can kill that all you want. I mean, I guess that card just is good against them. So maybe I... Yeah, my Lurrus is blank now too, so a lot of things have went wrong. I'm going to main phase that. Now just shuts down PO, the most important way for them to come back. All right. Get some damage in. Say go. Hope for the best. Okay. Oh, I was going to say, this is tempting if I want to cycle it and then buy Lurrus, or just hold it to draw 3 cards, but holding it also enables 4. So let's definitely do that. Boom. The kitty's here to play. God, I love Lurrus. What do you got? What do you got? Chain of Vapor? Well, I think I'm okay with that. And I'll just force whatever matters. Yeah. Whatever. They can go for a PO and I'll just attempt to kill it. Okay. I shouldn't proactively do this now. Now I should be very reactive. At least to wait during their upkeep. I don't, because they could be lining up like an end step PO. I don't know if you really do that. don't know if that's like really a play people do, but let's go at least till now. This seems like a solid spot to try it. All right, let's try it. Yeah, I'm excited to cast with Andreas as well. That's going to be really fun. All right, let's do this. All right. So, now do we want to sack the land to surveil? I don't see why not. Let's head to the sewers. A froggy frog. Actually, I want to put this into the yard for Lurrus food. If they do stabilize with this battlefield, then I can Lurrus and frog at some point. Motobug! So let's start by just attacking. See what they got to say. Now, I mean, it feels like Chain of Vapor is like the only way that they've been saving themselves with anything. So I think if I just go frog and leave open black-white to replay this if they bounce, and then have force open, that should close this out. But let's see. Oh, they're dead. Oh, they're dead. I mean, I should never say that in Vintage because... Okay, yeah, I should shut the hell up. I should shut the hell up. Here comes the last-ditch effort. So, it looks like they're trying to portable hole my Bowmaster and then PO. So, if that's the case, when they cast PO... I would rather still counter the PO, I think, because I have lethal on the battlefield. If they have PO plus Flusterstorm, they're going to get me no matter what. So, and that's what they have to have. So, yeah, this is fine. Oh. Oh, okay. So they're trying to survive. Okay. Well, I think that's also fine. Okay. So now I can Lurrus and Frog with counter backup. Why not? They seem to be F6'd as well. That is not how you cast Lurrus. In any way, shape, or form, that is not how you do it. Okay. Here's this. Here's one of these. Ribbit straight from hell, straight out of the graveyard. One more turn. That doesn't do anything, but it could find their things. This could easily be one of those moments where you're like, dude, do not force that. It's the bait card, but they could find Supreme Verdict. It could find Supreme Verdict and get me. That is my justification right there. Because I can't beat a Supreme Verdict. Well, they're going to get whatever they want now. I highly doubt Supreme Verdict is a vintage playable Magic card, but here we are. That could get them anything. The hell can they have for 2 white? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Time walk straight into oblivion. Hooray! All right. So we got the 4-1. We got the 4-1, only losing to Echo Baronin, who came in and sharked us with Oath. We beat a bunch of PO decks, then we beat a control deck. And yeah, I mean, this deck is sweet. Lurrus is a hell of a Magic card. I kind of wish I was playing Eternal Weekend. That's kind of what I'm getting prepared for. But I think the one reason why I'm happy that I'm not playing Eternal Weekend is I just never want to be shuffling someone else's power. It would just make me feel scared. Like, I borrowed people's Underground Seas and Wastelands once for a Legacy event, and I'm still, like, carrying that deck to the bathroom with me, like, not even putting it in my backpack because I don't want to let it out of my sight, you know, like, I don't, and then if it's my cards, I don't care, whatever, you know, I'll leave it at the table and tell someone to watch it. But when it's someone else's cards, you know, you just feel an extra sketch. But if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, share the video, comment below, all that kind of stuff. I really appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next video.